Welcome to Business Highlights TV. Hi, I'm Scott Romig, your host, and my guest today is Reverend Christopher. Reverend Christopher, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right. So, can you tell us a little bit about the services that you provide?
Well, certainly. As a non-denominational community minister, having been in ministry for, since 2011 now, I provide a wide variety of services. Each of the ceremonies that I craft is custom tailored to whoever I'm serving, whether it is a wedding ceremony, a baby blessing, pet blessing, funeral or memorial service. I customize to whoever I serve.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the different services that you provide, because I know a lot of people have some questions about that.
Oh, absolutely.
First, what's the difference between a baby blessing and a christening, and also a naming ceremony?
Well, a lot of people have confusion over that, and it's really quite simple. A christening is based on a Christian faith. So it tends to be a more religious ceremony, actually blessing the child in the name of Christ. A baby blessing can be a little less religious, though still lightly spiritual in nature, and could be New Age, it could be Christian, it could be Buddhist. It again is the blessing of the child. It's a major rite of passage for most families. Naming ceremony is simply another way to provide that service and have it maybe in a more relaxed or non-religious setting. For families that don't want that spiritual element, they'll still want that rite of passage for their child.
Okay. So now what's the difference between a funeral, a memorial service, and a life celebration?
Excellent question. There's often confusion over this piece as well. A funeral service is when the body is actually physically present. Memorial service is when a body is not present. So perhaps the individual, the deceased, has been cremated. And then life celebration is simply a lighter in nature and scope ceremony, so it's not so formal or so somber and serious. Perhaps the deceased would have preferred a much more relaxed atmosphere where their family and friends enjoy sharing fun memories, or that great story about how Uncle Patrick got up on the table this one time and did whatever he did. So there's lots of fun ways to go about a life celebration. You're still honoring the deceased, though it's not in such a somber or grievous tone.
Okay. So what do you offer for funeral, memorial, and life celebration services, and do you adhere to the cultural or religious traditions?
Oh, of course. Me personally, I custom craft every service that I do, so it's no different when it comes to a funeral service, memorial service, or a life celebration. What I will do is sit down with the family of the deceased and discuss that person's personal preferences, their thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. If they had a faith tradition that they followed, or maybe they had a favorite poem or a favorite scripture, maybe they had a favorite song that they would like incorporated into the service. So I would determine all of those elements. And then certainly if they served in any branch of the military, would there be honor guard there to present the flag or play taps or do the 21-gun salute? So I incorporate that information into the discussion so that I know what to truly craft to honor the deceased's memory. So that is one simple way that I go about custom tailoring that service.
Okay.
As far as religious traditions, I have performed bits of Jewish tradition incorporated in a funeral service. Basically, I am willing to provide whatever service is required or requested of me. I do my research. I am well studied, well versed in the world's major religions, and have access to, if I don't know right offhand a specific, this requires this, then I look to my resources and I find out what the proper way is to go about that so that I am still honoring.
Okay. Now, about weddings, and I know you have done a ton of these, can you tell us what a specialty wedding is?
Well, specialty wedding, there are a lot of people out there that will basically give you a template ceremony where all they do is drag and drop your name in. That is not what I do. Everything that I do is custom tailored, specific to the couple, their thoughts, ideas, and beliefs, so that they truly have the wedding ceremony that they've always dreamt of. So what I will do initially is sit down with the couple, discuss the possibilities with them, discuss their thoughts and ideas, determine if they want a more formal traditional ceremony or perhaps a more modern contemporary ceremony. The difference there being formal traditional tends to be a little more somber, very serious in nature. Modern contemporary, a little more lighthearted. So I'm not a stand-up comic. I won't do one-liners. However, I think it's nice to add in a little bit of levity to a wedding ceremony. Life is not all serious all the time anyways. So a little bit of levity helps elevate the ceremony and adds a little more joy to a joyous celebration. So those are some of the pieces that I will decipher with the couple that I'm meeting with. If they do have religious preferences, for example, if they are of differing or completely opposing faith traditions, I have performed a Catholic and a Muslim wedding ceremony, an LDS and a Buddhist ceremony. So I serve all, period, without exception. So gay, straight, white, black, pink, blue, purple polka dotted. Nice way to get tongue-tied. It makes no bit of difference to me because it's not about me. It is about the people that I'm serving. So everything I craft is with that in mind. It is with the people I serve in mind.
That's beautiful. Okay, and as a pet owner, I love this. Now, can you tell the folks out there what a pet blessing is?
So the pet blessings that I do are typically for sick, injured, or dying pet companions, although I have had wedding couples that wanted to include their pets as part of the ceremony, and we gave them a thank you pet blessing.
Okay. Well, this is a lot of great information, and I'm assuming you can help these people in all these different scenarios. So for more information on the other services you provide, such as house blessings, how can they get in contact with you?
Call me or text me at 801-577-0542, or you're welcome to check out my website for more information at www.universalheartministry.com.
And can you repeat that website one more time?
Absolutely. www.universalheartministry.com.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, this is Scott Romig for Business Highlights TV.